All right,
GM.
GM. We're here.
GM
We're
on
also
T.
on a Twitter space right now.
Look, we
Okay.
know it's crazy. We know it's crazy,
Oh
but
shit, you tuned in.
nice.
So yeah, here we are. We're doing the news. We're gathered here today with
On a holy day, a
uh-huh.
sacred and holy day.
with we're gonna hear a sermon from Jesse Moynihan of Jesus 2, and that's gonna be fun. It won't really be a sermon. We're just interviewing him. And we're excited to be pushing the bounds of what technology could do and should do.
Who would we be if we didn't try to use all the newest technology?
I really wish I could turn the camera so it faced that way, and I could.
I think
aim it at the screen.
I'm not sure if it's me or you guys, but I think this new technology might have you guys lagging a little bit.
Oh, wait, like where?
Like you're like a second off on Melon.
I don't think it has. I don't think that would come into effect, but maybe.
Well, something's causing you guys to be a second.
Well, we just found out we muted the whole time on the Twitter space, so we're now unmuted, and we're here doing the news in our studio. You can
Behind
see a naked Stella back there.
Oh my! She's not naked.
Well, they don't know that. They can't see it, at home.
Okay, so. Right.
I'm just trying to tantalize people. No, it's true. She's not naked. She's dressed as St. Patrick's Day Stella. So say hi to Tyler, everyone, on the space. And
hi,
of course,
Tyler.
by everyone, I mean just Tyler.
Say hi to yourself.
Tyler, who's in the space right now. Look, I think we should start doing some news stuff like this, but specifically for spaces instead of both.
Yeah, no doubt. This might be too hard.
It can't be vertical.
I can't be present.
It can't be vertical. That's the main problem.
I'm going to end it. I can't be present. It's a worthy experiment.
All right. We're going to do a real broadcast through this Twitter space some other time. So
it'll be magical.
Let that go.
All right.
If it could have been an intro, it would have been okay. That's the final takeaway, but it just doesn't. The formats are too different.
Mm-hmm. You gotta hold up so high.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of news this week, thanks to Nudes.
TGIF.
Nudes.
Oh yes.
Did you catch that? We have a lot of news this week, thanks to Nudes. Am I clear?
Nudes has been coming up with lots of juicy news for the past year for every epoch's end. And now we're going to have a segment where we have Cardano news that has been handcrafted, because we're kind of degens. We only generally understand the NFT stuff. Well, speaking for myself, sometimes you guys know a little bit more. But now and Nudes is an academic, so we have academically, all of this news is peer reviewed. It's totally amazing. Cardano.
Should we call ourselves the CNFT Nudes now?
I mean, this segment should be called CNFT Nudes.
CNFT Nudes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's welcome our guest news anchor today for our CNFT Nudes segment. So we're going to play the video and bring him on. Thank you, Jesse Moynihan, for joining us.
Am I the academic?
You're whatever you want to be.
You're wearing a cardigan or a robe or something, so I feel like
recognize that.
Yeah.
That's that Sea of Demons and
Sea of Demons, from Return to the Nightosphere.
The Nightosphere, yep. That was a good one with the
bananas. Is that a anime or a show or something?
It's from an Adventure Time episode where they go to the Nightosphere to find Marceline or whatever.
And demons they're waiting in line, right?
Yeah, they're all in this river that they end up sailing over everyone's head, over their heads. And someone just sent me a link. It was like, check it out. They made a sweater out of your story.
Man.
So,
that's amazing.
That's huge.
Yeah, I didn't get it for free, but I bought it.
Yeah. That must be cool when you find some like really special items like that people have made that you're like, damn.
Yeah, it's I don't know. can't remember what company it was, but there was like a limited, a
It's a
batch
nice one.
of these. But it's actually like really comfy. I wear this shirt. I wear this cardigan like every day. It's super soft.
Oh yeah.
And it feels fun to be like draped in demons. It's like
Yeah.
Feels right.
It's a vibe
Yeah.
for sure.
yeah. But I don't know if I have any like solid Cardano statistics to give you, except I heard that
You didn't
That's gonna be a problem.
You
We
didn't
were
come with
really
news. We don't have news. We were counting on you to bring it.
I heard that there was a stable coin, a new stable coin.
yes, there
That's
you go.
actually our
there
first
you go.
story,
All
so
right, that leads us
congratulations.
right in.
Breaking
You
news.
should save the show.
You're still on the docket, the pay docket.
Well, first we got to do the shout out though to Epoch's End Synopsis.
Yes, make sure
put
every
together
5
by
days.
Nudes.
Every 5 days is Epoch's End. Always a fun time.
Now,
They've been doing it forever. Every 5 days.
This is an actual NFT that they mint. It is mint every 5 days, every epoch. And on this NFT is all the news stories. So we spoke with Nudes and we said, this is amazing. Can we just read this on the news? And he was like, absolutely. So
just like the
here we
old
go.
days with Will.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So take a look at this. Look at this graph. The latest shit coin? No, this is Cardano's new stable coin. Look how stable it is.
Wait, I know I'm supposed to say, look at the Fibonacci.
Oh, look at those curves. That's a thick graph.
Draw some lines in there. No, this is a stable coin. This is the M.
It kind of looks like a middle finger, like someone's doing.
It does look like a middle finger. So in theory, this would be pegged to $1 in value.
Yeah, everybody keeps saying that.
It's not.
Well, it's is it pegged to
for it? That's what would be best for it, like its future.
That's what we hope for it. Yeah, we hope that.
I mean, it might be pegged now. Is 1.78 $1? How much is one?
That's a good question. What's the ADA price right now?
I'm gonna guess it's
61
68.
It's 60 something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I mean that is kind of close. So $1 is
it is. It's just over $1.
All
So
right,
it's
well done. Very
but
stable.
some people were buying at
That's
$3 at $4.
I wonder what causes that. Like what the thought process is, or if it's bots, or if
They were just trying to sell it to the next person who was trying to buy it to sell it to the next person.
They're trying to make that 50-cent profit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'll read this. All right. So the story is that USDM, that's Mehen, launches. This is Cardano's first fiat-backed stablecoin. It's officially launched on the mainnet after months of careful consideration and an initial delay. The Mehen team successfully introduced USDM to the world. While KYC onboarding and wire transfer processing times adhere to standard business schedules, which is slow, adequate liquidity provision will take some additional time. So I guess there's not enough liquidity yet, and that's probably why I did some weird stuff. But here it says, nevertheless, driven by eager anticipation, individuals have already begun investing directly in USDM, driving its price significantly above the dollar peg. I believe this was written during the crazy time here.
Oh my!
So in response to the surge, Matthew Ploman of Mehen cautioned, "We appreciate the enthusiasm, but please refrain from purchasing USDM at $3." That was a tweet he put out. So congratulations to USDM, and hopefully not too many people got wrecked in the early first day. It was one day of madness, and then it settled.
Well, I'm glad that I've I think I had deduced much of that, but I'm glad to have learned it.
There it is. It should stay. It should be stable. Stay.
I have so many questions about stable coins.
I don't
Still.
understand. They're like algorithmically insured.
How do they stay? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Big questions. Let's go to the next
This isn't the place for answers. We're all a bunch of dingus.
Let's all just try to make up answers without Googling anything.
Yeah.
So Yummy Universe's founder pack, or the public mint for the founder packs, is now live. Imagine that.
Yeah, it feels like we're like Yummy is truly going into Pokemon territory now. I feel like this is the first time they really have. Like they always said that they were inspired by Pokemon, and were trying to go in that direction, but this is the first like true
Well,
foray
they've
there.
got
I
all
feel
sorts
like.
of creatures here, and it looks like a game. Look at this, an
That's
actual
right.
factual game. Play it with your NFTs.
You know, one thing I have
What's
to
this
say
called?
about Yummy Universe.
Oh, Yummy Universe. Oh, okay. I know Yummy.
Yeah. I mean, we'd never seen anything like this out of
No,
Yummy.
yeah,
So this is,
Yeah. One thing I gotta say about
evolving,
them,
if you will.
they've honestly been really consistent, like outside of Twitter. I've noticed. Even on like, cause I follow them on. I mean, I don't go on Facebook a lot, but like every time I'm on, I always see a bunch of Yummy, like official Yummy posts.
They have
like,
an
about them
Instagram?
on Facebook. I think that they're active on Instagram too. But they're really active on these other platforms. And it seems like every like 2 months they're at a new convention somewhere in the world with like their booth and stuff. Not necessarily like NFT stuff, or not NFT conventions, which I think is really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
smart. If you can swing it,
They know they
definitely
have
smart.
the appeal to yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I really
Yeah,
wanted
like so.
experimenting. Yeah.
I did some more.
I feel like there is a what do you call it? A vacancy in the Pokemon derivative market, as far as like Pokemon has not been stepping up to the table for the past
No.
Mm-mm.
10 years or so, and so you know,
And a
you've
new
got
generation hungers
Mhm.
for it. Perhaps.
yeah, people are like, we just want a good Pokemon game, and Pokemon's not providing it, so someone else has to, and that's
Yeah,
why.
They had that
game, right?
Power World.
Yeah,
Power
Power
World.
Power World. Yeah.
So I think it's like time is ripe for
Mm-hmm.
to dethrone Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about time, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are the biggest. They're the
It's been
biggest.
a long time.
It's been a long time
Sheesh.
coming, yeah.
I
Exactly.
think they're the biggest franchise like in the world.
Pokemon?
I'm pretty
Bigger
sure.
than McDonald's?
Like biggest like media franchise. Yeah, Pokemon. 88 billion, with Mickey Mouse being second.
Bills, huh? That's
Yeah.
great.
Dang.
They done good.
Hey, G. Sean,
Oh,
welcome.
yeah, what's up, OG Sean Walker? Always joining us. You are our most consistent viewer. Thank you.
Nice.
Glad to have you. All right. So let's go on now. So Nami and Ada handles, they were having issues, but those are fixed now.
Oh, heck
Wanna read that?
yes. Yeah. So Nami, the Cardano wallet, recently underwent an important update to address issues related to ADA handle resolutions. The Epoch's End NFT series previously noted, the CNFT Nude series
Right.
previously noted how several Nami users encountered problems where their funds were mistakenly sent to JPEG smart contract
That is a problem.
due to how ADA handles were resolved. To tackle this issue, a triage team worked diligently to find a solution. As a result, handles were temporarily disabled in Nami until a proper fix could be implemented. And we are pleased to report that Cardano's most popular lightweight wallet has now been restored to original functionality.
Very nice.
It's great. That's good that they
Back on top.
disabled it.
Mm.
And they figured it out.
That's like scary stuff.
Def. I think it was something with like, I don't know, plurals, or there's something, I don't know. If there was an S at the end of something, or
Spooky.
yeah.
Now this one's crazy. This is a crazy one. Do you want to read this one, Tyler?
Yeah, I can do this one. So NMaker concluded their NAW NMaker announcement week by unveiling NMaker Pay, a groundbreaking payment feature. Powered by Dex Hunter technology, NMaker Pay facilitates seamless payments processing using any Cardano native token that has a trading pair on a Cardano exchanges for any purchase. This innovation opens up an exciting new possibilities for various tokens within our ecosystem.
Every token has utility.
That's right. Now all tokens.
So maybe
that are on a
everyone
Dex
doesn't need to be obsessed.
have
Wait.
utility.
So does that mean
You can buy with the equivalent value of
of
ADA
any token on?
currently traded. Yeah.
Wow,
So any
that's kind of
thing
brilliant.
through NMaker is now up for grabs. If you have a bunch of rad token from Cardania that's worth something, I'll add it together. You can mint some completely different project with it.
Crazy.
That's
Nuts.
really interesting. That
So
makes a lot of
given
sense too.
Token value.
Because so I'm guessing the exchange will just transfer in the background into
Exactly,
yeah.
The swap.
So you can use any token to mint.
Yeah.
So when Moincoin payments.
Oh shit! I don't know calculated the value of Moincoin yet. It's too underground.
Gotta pump it up.
Get
Yeah.
in early
Yeah.
I
for
mean,
when I launch Moincoin.
Oh, wow, we'll be there.
It's already got-
We'll be first.
it's
You can already what do you call it? Dig for it on the Discord server. You can put in work and get some Moincoin.
Oh, I've
Oh,
got some
that?
of that. I got
Yeah.
a Peter Prison meat pillow.
and then a little bit more from Endmaker.
Just kidding, everybody.
It's all a joke.
And then from Endmaker as well, they've just a little bonus news. They secured an investment from Emergo.
Oh, right.
So this is meant to expand Endmaker's presence in the Asian NFT and RWA tokenization market. I don't know what RWA means, but I know what Asian means. I'm pretty
You're
much
halfway
following
there.
along. Actually, more stuff from Endmaker. So
Yeah.
this is pretty interesting. So they've made an official partnership now with
a project.
Ore. Right? Is that how you say
I
it?
still don't understand how to say it.
Ore Mob. But they dropped a whole strategic paper, but the gist of it is that 4% of all Ore Mob revenue will be used to buy back and burn Endmaker coin, and 5% of all Endmaker Studio revenue will be used to buy back and burn Endmaker coin as well. So they're trying to deflationize Endmaker coin by partnering, it looks like, with other folks. But I guess presumably then you would also be able to use Endmaker within the Aura Mob ecosystem to do stuff.
Well, it looks like 4%. Oh no.
Yeah, there's like
5% of yeah.
But looks like you can earn Endmaker tokens by staking and encasing your NFTs on encase.art. That's cool.
I think those are the cases that we were looking at yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. Now we know.
Pretty rad.
I can relate to that guy. Please explain to me like I'm a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, true, honestly.
All right, well, let's go to the next.
I mean, that is a really interesting concept. Like they teamed up, collaborated on a utility token. I mean, that's what it sounds like.
They're making
If it's
their token the utility token, fewer tokens seems like the way to go.
Do you think that's something Endmaker is? I mean, we should get Patrick on, but do you think that's something Endmaker is trying to establish, being having the Endmaker token being a utility token for these larger projects? Because it would make sense. I mean, be interesting at least.
You should read the paper. It's a whole long thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out after.
Details in there.
Definitely.
I'll let you tell me.
Now, is this Adam Dean?
There it is.
Yes,
right.
There's the man
I've
himself.
never seen him dressed like this in my life.
Yeah.
The hat and the face, obviously, but what's
He's
going on
keeping
here?
It fresh. He's got business to handle all over the world. He just got
was in
back from
Japan,
Japan. He
doing
went
a governance
to
workshop.
some tea expo. He's got a
I
period.
just started studying Japanese last night.
What?
Have you ever been?
Yeah, when I was young, when I was 18.
Badass.
I want to go.
Yeah.
Seeing Adam's pictures, I was like, damn, that's crazy.
I downloaded Pimsleur. Do you know Pimsleur?
No.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Duolingo, but someone said it's better for learning Japanese using Pimsleur. So
get in there.
I know. Genki desu ka?
Ooh, what was it?
Dropping it.
Kore wa nan desu ka?
Translate.
What is that?
Good.
Good
Very
for the news. That's a good
important
saying
know.
to be
You
able
need
to say on the
ask
news.
Questions.
No doubt.
Okay, so let's see. Just another couple of things here. We've got JPEG Store updates. So they're always adding new upgrades to the platform, and this new one is an expansion of the bulk collection offers from 5 NFTs to 25. So you can now put out offers for up to
Dang.
25 NFTs at a time and sweep the hell out of the floor, I guess, or under the floor, technically, if you're doing a collection offer. And also integration with Vault 3, which is a service that allows token-gated exclusive contents and file sharing with NFT holders. So I popped this up earlier, and it was actually pretty intuitive. It looked like WeTransfer. You drop in your files, but then you choose the criteria to be able to view the files, and you can say do it by policy ID. Their wallet must hold, any specific NFT or a certain number from a certain policy, or a lot of other things too. It's pretty cool. I'm not sure how that's really going to integrate with JPEG Store.
I mean, it seems like it would just be a tool on, or what do you mean? How they would
specifically
benefit?
What does that have to do with JPEG Store? I guess it might be my question. And I wasn't able to find anything out about that.
I mean, I guess it would just be like another tool. Like if they're trying to you see them trying to more or less not compete, but like them and Endmaker are kind of like back to back with like innovation and tools for the community. So maybe that's because this seems like something that would come out of Endmaker, but
well, we'll see.
Yeah,
forthcoming. So Alyssa just had to take care of baby. She'll be back. I guess we just have a couple other things. I mean, there's just a bunch of stuff about governance workshops. I mean, we're going to be talking a lot about governance as time goes here. There's going to be a lot of debate soon. There's going to be like a blockchain government with like representatives and shit. Maybe.
Really?
It's so weird. It's like being formed now by people discussing what the best way to do it would be. And
is that Cardano specific or?
Yeah, specific to Cardano. Well, I'll read this. So around the world, governance workshops are in full swing, obviously fueled by the anticipation of the age of Voltaire on Cardano. So recently, a special event took place in Tokyo. We saw that picture with Adam Dean, where Cardano community members from Japan and international participants gathered to engage in meaningful conversations about Cardano. At the heart of these discussions is SIP 1694, the first iteration of Cardano's on-chain governance. These workshops serve as crucial forums for refining and debating the proposed governance systems. As our ecosystem approaches the Chang hard fork, which will introduce minimal viable governance, we stand on the cusp of a new era, the Voltaire era, where decentralized decision-making will shape Cardano's future. So it's happening. Who knows?
Is it going to be like voting?
Yeah, well, I mean, basically, anytime something is going to be done to the chain, it's going to have to be approved by the people via voting. So
is it going to be a sword in the stone situation?
What kind of a situation? Like one king to decide everything based on some feat that he performs?
Yeah, got to pull the sword out of the stone.
You could propose that.
Charles has it in his backyard, the sword in the stone.
Gotta break into Charles's house. Step one.
Gotta pull the sword out. And then run for your life.
Well, technically, the beauty of the decentralized governance is that you could propose that be the way we do governance on Cardano. And if everyone voted yes, there it is. There'll be some sort of on-chain verification for who pulled the sword out of the stone.
That's my dream.
They get to decide everything. Oh, pretty good. I mean, it's true. It's possible that we could take the decentralization that's given to us and turn it into centralization.
Oh yeah,
through decisions made.
Something like King Arthur meets Highlander. That's sort of like my scenario.
So you have to kill the person who pulled the sword out of the stone, and then you become the new leader of Cardano.
There can be only one.
I'll bet they'll have a blockchain like that someday in the dystopian future. There's going to be some verified murder on chain,
and it'll be all on camera.
Yeah, it'll all be streamed the whole time. Oh my God, the future's gonna be crazy. All right, well that's a bit of news. Very good. Let's now go to our
Well
nonsense.
done, my fellow educators and
Yes,
intellectuals.
we actually did good today.
Mhm.
I'm actually really curious how that's going to work. The government thing's going to work.
I mean, we see the way Catalyst works now, where it's like it's very controversial every time Catalyst
It's gonna be very
time
controversial.
comes. Yeah.
It's gonna be nonstop controversy. Is
Yeah.
my guess. The governance
Yeah.
side of things. It's just gonna hopefully. Oh God.
Hopefully it doesn't turn into whatever Chaz or whatever.
Chaz.
You know, the autonomous zones, like during the lockdowns in Portland and
I don't.
was it
I
Seattle?
haven't heard about that.
It was like where people tried to set up like mini governments within the cities or whatever, mini like sort of like
Really?
utopias.
I gotta look into this.
Wow. How utopian
sounds
did they end up
interesting.
being?
I don't know. Some people got killed.
That's how those utopias go.
That's right.
I think there probably was some good things about it initially, maybe.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But
Hey, you
then,
gotta try.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Try
you gotta
new stuff.
try. You gotta try.
yeah, a lot of finger snapping, you know.
Who knows? We could land on, we could land on something that makes everybody kind of happy.
That's
if we
what
keep
we're
trying.
shooting for. It.
Nobody
I mean,
really
that's like
happy.
you have to dream, you know. You have to
Think
you
it's
have to try,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
or
Well,
else nothing happens.
exactly. Gotta keep on pushing. Let's go to our nonsense. Here we go.
right. There we go.
All right. Welcome, Jesse, to the show.
And
Hey,
everybody in chat, get ready and
Get
weigh
ready.
in on this nonsense. We'd love to hear your answers as well.
Always.
So Jesse has prepared some tall tales and
Ooh.
tall truths or
Always fun.
regular
Yeah,
side
those are good lessons.
us. But we'll start off by asking you things related to hunger and things related to ghosts.
Oh yeah,
Makes sense.
that tracks.
oh yeah.
Would you rather be able to eat anything you want and have it be perfect nutrition, or only have to sleep 1 hour a day and be fully, wonderfully rested?
Eat whatever I want and have it be fully nutritious. Or
Yeah, and
whatever.
like be exactly what you would want it to, like do exactly what you would want it
I
to
never
do.
knew that that's what I wanted in my life until you just said
I know. No doubt. Me too.
it. I'm trying to intermittent fast right now, and it's a fucking struggle.
Oh man.
I'm trying to get back to being ripped again. It's going okay.
It's a lot easier in this when the weather gets warmer. I've been putting it
Yeah,
off.
true.
So like I can get a lot more inspired about it when I don't have like the gray skies oppressing me.
I know. I was going to go to the gym last night, and then I hung out with my brother, and he was like, "We're going to go get ice cream." I was like, "Guess what? I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not
the
going to
devil on
gym."
your shoulder.
Yeah,
That's okay. You got to do that with
I
your
got
brother.
an affogato. You know, the coffee with ice cream poured on it.
Mm, dang.
Fancy.
Wait, no, ice cream with coffee poured on it. Sorry, the
Oh,
other way around.
yeah.
That's very
Yeah.
interesting. I can't believe I've never heard of that.
It's my favorite.
It's like a
It's
It's
coffee.
like basically like a shot of espresso on coffee.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that sounds
I
good.
love coffee ice cream, so if it's like that.
Yeah, me too. That's probably coffee ice cream is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So,
All right, we got
All right.
more. We
So
got
perfect
more.
nutrition. Right now, I'm tempted to say like I would want like right now I really know I need the sleep, but I get more pleasure.
Oh yeah, you guys with the kids.
And this is a
You guys are
phase.
definitely.
This is a phase, so it's like
Yeah.
I feel like we could have more time to cook better and fancier meals if we didn't have to sleep so much.
True.
yeah,
So
yeah. I'm constantly underslept, so that is a problem for me. But I can deal with it. I'd
Yeah.
rather
Mhm.
be able to eat like waffle chicken whatever
Yeah.
fucking
with
chicken
chocolate.
waffle whatever I want and not have any ill side effects.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's the thing. Like
it's true.
we don't realize how much the food we eat affects our body. So if you're getting perfect nutrition, you're gonna feel really good from that, like you
Yeah.
would sleeping.
That's
Like
true
that's
too.
another
yeah.
way of oiling your system. Like keeping everything good.
You
So I
don't have
think
to
you
worry
get
about
more
your
breaks.
omega-3s and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Less of a survival concern too. You could just eat leaves, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You'd be
true.
fine.
Oh yeah.
If in an apocalypse scenario.
Yeah, you can freaking repopulate the whole of humanity if you decided to.
You'd be so supercharged from the leaves you're eating.
Yeah. Leaves and grass.
You would.
Tree bark.
Yeah.
Leaves and grass too.
All right. We got other ones here. Let's see. Some about a ghost, perhaps.
Yeah. If you were a ghost, how would you like to spend your time?
Open-ended.
If I was a ghost, how would I spend my time? I guess I would be spending my time trying to figure out how not to be a ghost anymore.
Dang, you just blew it up with that. You trying to,
feel like
you're
the
trying to get a
ghost thing-
necromancer in the game.
Yeah, the ghost thing is like it's like a trap. You're basically in purgatory, like you're stuck. Maybe you were too. I mean, the lore about ghosts is that they died at a time when either they had unfinished business or they
Or a traumatic way.
died in a terrible way, so that the shock of it is like they don't even know that they're dead, kind of thing. And then, or some other reason, like just attachment to worldly things. They don't want to leave their house or whatever. So that seems like, although my aunt's husband told me this story. He works in this old. He used to work at this garden, botanical garden, and the office building was haunted by this like Virginia Victorian lady. And she just walks around and like spies on people and like sort of hangs out. And everyone has seen her.
That's what she was doing in her real life anyway.
Yeah. It seems like pretty benign. Like she just wants to be still in that building and likes to just check on everybody. And so maybe that's fine.
But boring.
She seems to be okay with it.
Yeah, but who knows? Like, there's lots of theories about what ghosts could be. They could be like some sort of like quantum echo thing, or who knows? But if I was a ghost, I guess I don't know. I'd be like Patrick Swayze, like trying to figure out how to.
You'd be an active ghost.
Yeah, I'd be trying to figure out how to move on from the ghost world.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you have to
that's
scare
wise.
someone to death, and then you get to take
you
Okay, is that a movie scenario?
you have to get a new ghost. That's a good idea, though. I like that.
No, I just made that up. But if you had to scare someone to death as a ghost, what would you do? How would you go?
Who would I scare to death?
Well, not
Well,
who.
how would you do it?
How?
But we'll take who.
I mean,
Yeah,
if
we're
you
the
got someone
news.
in mind, I
Let
guess.
us know.
Who would I want to scare to death?
It have to be really scary to
I don't know about
kill them from the scariness. You know what I
But
mean?
you
have
could
to, like,
just
give
catch
them,
them
like, a-
while they're doing something precarious.
I
You
think
just
ghosts have a higher chance to scare someone to death because of their ghostly nature.
Supernatural.
I think that their chance of doing it is higher than your average jump scare.
true.
Now that's just science, so
Yeah.
don't look at me.
Spectral science.
We don't need to know who. That's okay.
Yeah.
I want to know how.
I'm really trying to think of someone I'd want to scare.
But he wants to know who he wants to scare.
I can't. I think.
It's gonna come if it comes to you. Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, but how would I scare someone to death? I would like probably come out of their shower drain. You know?
Oh, while they're in the shower,
Yeah.
that would kill me.
I
Dude,
was in,
anything out of the drain, bro.
I was in the Tim Curry It movie, and that really scared
Oh,
me.
really? Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You got a plan.
Yeah, and then like lock the bathroom, or whatever, and then just be like, "Ooh, I'm a reverse ghost," or I don't know, like
about to be.
Yeah.
I'm about to get my wings and get out of here.
Yeah, just like bite and then bite their toes or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe make the water turn to blood. You know.
Yeah, make the water turn to blood.
Oh well, if we can have effects, that's good.
I think you
Yeah.
get some.
Yeah, and then they slip and they slip and they hit their head on the tile.
That's what you want.
how
That's
you
what
get
you
it.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Secondary. If they don't have a heart attack, you make them slip.
Wait till they're reaching.
OG says you can sleep when you're dead. Perfect nutrition all the way. But it sounds like you're not going to be doing much sleeping when you're dead. You're going to be trying to scare people.
Yeah, you're gonna be busy. Well, no, if you're dead, if you die in one of these non-ghostly ways, you don't have this problem. You just got to make sure you don't have unfinished. Just finish your
Finish
business.
your
Handle your
business.
business.
Don't leave things
And
happen.
then you get sleep. Yeah.
They also say that you know there's the like lore of if you die in your dream, you die in real life.
Oh yeah. That always scared the shit out of me when I was
Yeah.
little.
I remember having like one dream where I was like really close, and I was young, and I was like, "Damn, thank God
I've died.
But I haven't
It
lived.
doesn't necessarily kill you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've died in my dreams too, but usually what happens is in my memory is that I'll die in my dream and then transfer to another like character in the same.
Something changes. Yeah.
Mhm.
I remember one time a nuke went off, and I'm dreaming. You see it and you're like, well, this is it.
Yeah, you guys like see.
I saw
Like,
the nuclear
You saw the
coming
the-
towards me, and I was like, well, I'm gonna die. And then I did. And it
See,
went
that's where it always
Maybe
stops
you're
for
a
me.
god.
It's like where you're gonna die. That's as far as it's gotten for me. I don't know. That's crazy.
Usually
What
it
is
doesn't, but I still remember that one. That was a long time ago. Okay, that's enough
I'm
nonsense.
glad
Let's go
you're
to the
still
real
here.
segment.
I'm glad you made it.
I made it through that one. Okay.
No, we got to get the truth and a lie.
Oh shit, I forgot.
Come on. I need a new dose of this. It's been, we've only had 3 of these crazy
Truth and a
tales.
lie. Let's hear your tales, and we will guess which
Okay,
one.
I hope this isn't a repeat.
I think we got it last time. I think we got it.
But these are all ghost related truths and lies.
Ooh, on theme.
And the other twist is that they're all true, just not for me.
Ooh, interesting.
That lens.
That's a good.
The lie part is that it happened to me.
Okay.
So 2 of them
Okay.
happened to you, and 1 of them did not.
No, 1 of them happened to you, and 2 of them did
2
not.
truths and a
Right.
lie, right?
2 lies and a truth.
2 lies and a truth.
Yeah, 2 lies.
Okay,
and
so
a
we're trying
truth.
to figure out which
That's not
one
the name of the game.
happened to you.
It's
Oh,
fine. I just want to know.
No, yeah.
okay.
Oh,
We're
well,
trying to figure out
actually-
which one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
This one is 2 lies and a truth.
Okay.
That's good
Okay.
because I think
That's-
last time we
that's
did 2
different.
truths and a lie.
Okay.
Maybe.
Honestly,
You're trying to figure out which one's true.
All
Okay.
right, we'll figure it out.
Sounds good.
Okay. One time I was playing on a trampoline in my friend's backyard, and I saw a ghost in his parents' window, and she was leaning out of the window watching us in a white T-shirt. And I watched her for a while and didn't say anything to my friends, and then when we went inside, I asked them if anyone was staying in their parents' house, in the parents' bedroom, and we went up and no one was there.
Mhm.
That's one. One time, years ago, I was on a soccer field in the suburbs of Philadelphia with my then girlfriend, and we were walking her dog at night, and we saw a white figure floating across the soccer field, and her dog started barking at it. And later I found out that a plane had crashed there and killed a bunch of soccer kids.
Holy shit. That's heavy.
And then one time, a couple of years ago, I was with my brother at Venice Beach in LA, and he was getting ice cream, and
Oh, that checks out. That
it was either ice cream or pizza, and I was walking, and I was wandering around, and a man called to me from an alley.
oh
And
my.
I looked in the alley, and there was a guy in there, and he looked afraid, and he said, look at me, and he turned around and floated in the air.
How old were you at this?
This was about 8 years ago.
Okay, can I ask any questions about these?
Nope.
Okay, well,
I
let me
will
just
say.
say,
Oh yeah, no, you go first.
I just think that there are certain things that Jesse could have put in as trickery. Okay, he's got the thing about his brother. We know he lives near
likes
Venice
ice
Beach. Like
cream.
that's all believable.
Yeah.
Then too, he also knows we know he's from Philadelphia, so he's like, okay,
No,
maybe.
but see, that's what I was gonna say too. I think what makes this more difficult is they're all true. So like, there's all these details,
And they
so,
all happen
like,
to someone so close to him
yeah.
potentially.
Yeah, so I guess you're trying to figure out which is the one that actually happened to me.
Yeah, I guess
Seems
my
like the
train of
last
thought.
one to me, just because of all the reasons.
Hmm. I do like the last one. I can definitely see that happening. But just to increase our chances,
We each have to guess a different one. So one of us.
I
is
feel
right.
like the soccer thing happened to someone that is your friend. Like I think that happened to someone.
Yeah, I think because that's like a crazy story that gets passed around. Like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
plane crashed into.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with white t-shirt. I'm gonna go with
Really?
one.
T-shirt?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
It's
3 because it seems like that could have had a lasting impact on you and
yeah.
cause you to
I
be
know the
like
first
you
one's
are.
so boring.
It makes a lot of sense to me.
Well, this is only 8 years ago. He was already.
Well, I mean,
he
that's
was
true,
already
but,
this way.
That probably predisposed him to seeing it in the first place, and it just pushed him further down.
Yeah, it pushed him
this
further.
road that he's
Certainly,
on.
yeah. Man, you got a strong argument with that.
As soon as he said it, I was like, "This is the weirdest thing he said yet. It's got to be the true one."
I know he's not gonna do a. Okay, look, I have to go with 3 too.
I'm gonna go with 1 just to be.
Yeah, I think
We can
someone
at
needs
least
to
see
cover
the
that.
spread.
Yeah.
Okay, so the answer is the one that happened to me is Tyler is correct. It was the first one.
Nice.
Okay.
You tricky
Nice.
man.
we were playing. We had this thing called Journey to the Tourney in my friend's backyard. He had one of those giant trampolines in his backyard, and we would like bounce up and down and throw beanbags at each other's feet and try to dodge them and do flips and stuff like that. But there was a fucking ghost watching us.
Damn. Did not have the
yeah,
same
I'm the
color
only
hair
one that-
as the mom. Like
Yeah, I'm the only one that saw it. And it freaked me out so much that I didn't say anything.
oh man.
I didn't, and I I didn't talk about it until we went back inside. And I was like, is someone staying here? And then my friend Andy was like,
Whatever do you mean?
Do you
Yeah.
remember
You
like
know
what-
it's scary if you're scared to even say anything about it because you feel like they're gonna get you.
Do you remember what
she
it looked
got me.
like or what you saw?
it just looked like a middle-aged mom.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like real, like as
Like
if it was,
modern day
a
mom.
real-
Yeah, modern day mom. Just looked
Wow.
like, yeah. And she was holding the window open and was leaning out.
Oh my god. She
Holy
was
shit.
interacting with the world. She was an advanced ghost.
Yeah, but she didn't move. She just was like leaning out.
That's
and
not something
watching
you
us.
She was keeping score.
that's
Probably.
not
She's
something
trying to
you
tell how many
hallucinate with the
beanbags.
window open. Like
Yeah.
Maybe it was a bush.
But the soccer one,
yeah.
that happened to my brother.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
That was about probably 10 years ago, 11 years ago or something. So that happened exactly. There was a plane crash there that killed a bunch of kids, and there was, and then his girlfriend's dog was barking at this white apparition that was floating across the soccer field, and they ran. They were just like so freaked out. They ran.
Oh man.
And then the Venice Beach one happened to my friend Brandon, who is the same guy who told me that about the demons. So, but he was on Venice Beach with his sister, who at the time, he was a kid. At the time, his sister was an aspiring actor. And so he was visiting her in Venice. She was living in Venice. And she ended up she was on some episodes of like Law and Order maybe. And like she was a background actor on a Star Trek
Oh,
nice. That's
nice.
fun.
Star Trek Deep Space Nine, maybe, or something.
Oh, cool.
Love it.
But yeah, he saw this guy floating. This guy, she was like getting food, and he wandered over and saw this guy called to him in the alley, and he was like shaking, and he was like, "Look at me!" And then he turned around and floated in the air.
Maybe he was a street magician who's
It
down.
could have been a street
Yeah,
magician.
really good.
Yeah, stream. It could have been a street magician. Yeah, like David Blaine does a floating trick.
Exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
So it's possible it was just like some.
And he was a
like,
kid, so he got tricked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely could have been a street magician.
I would have thought he was lying if he wasn't a kid.
Yeah. He was
Kids
like
do the darndest things.
he was like
Because
6
of
or
his
7.
demon, because of his demon thing, I would have. The only reason I
Yeah.
believe it is because
Maybe that guy stayed with him, you know?
Oh,
Maybe he brought him back.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff in his life that has happened. Like he's got the most paranormal life I've ever of anyone I know.
Damn.
Wow.
Things happening. And then also, but it's it's also he's a known for exaggerating. So you have to take everything.
I just thought of you know, like that trick where someone stands at their side and they use their like away foot to like lift up.
Yeah.
It's like look at me, I'm floating.
Look at
I
me.
used to do that to
He's
people
wearing a
because I saw
robe.
how I was after David Blaine did that in his special. I like looked up tutorials on how to do that.
Yeah, I did too. I remember that. That was a cool move. I remember practicing that. That's funny.
You should bust it out again with
it's been a
some
while.
miming.
Okay, well, let's do our special guests. So I think we should all
Yeah,
get
we're
together.
done with
all,
you.
All of us
Let's
should
bring out
welcome
this guest.
our special guest, Jay Moyne. Great.
Someone heard it.
Snaps for Jay Moyne.
I should have done a costume change.
You should
Yeah.
quit.
I bet you got something in there, some kind of hat, some kind of cloak. Or you could just hold some sort of freaky instrument and say your music version of the other guy.
The music one. We should have all just changed spots. So like
There we go.
we would sit in Jesse's chair. Jesse would come down and sit in Tyler's
All
chair.
I really have is this towel I use to not get paint all over.
Oh, nice.
Mysterious.
That's a good look. Are you gonna put it over the shoulder as a cloak?
You could dress up like Hassan Al Gaib.
This disgusting towel.
Welcome, Jenny. You're not that late. Actually, we've been doing news. We've been doing nonsense. We've been having so much fun for the last 48 minutes.
Yeah, Jesse was
So
like
you are
an
a little bit
amazing
late.
newscaster. You're gonna have to go back and watch.
But we have not talked about this all of Jay Moyne stuff. So we're now focusing in the conversation
Mhm.
because lots of cool stuff coming right now in your world.
Chapters coming to an
Exactly.
end, new chapters
Long-term
possibly being
processes.
open, things are in flux potentially. How's it going with J2?
J2 is. I've been saying J2 is a week away from being done for about 4 weeks.
Mhm.
Sounds
It
right.
was
Feels
just a
like it.
long week. It was just
Yeah,
a long week.
it's been the longest week ever. We've got. I think we have like 4 shots to composite. If you don't know what compositing is, it's you take the animation and you marry it to the background paintings, and then you add some special effects like rain effects or blood effects or whatever, and maybe little sparkles, and maybe we did a lot of things with outer space so that all the outer space is kind of warping all the time, like slightly like moving a little bit so that the backgrounds feel more alive. So we just like you tweak everything, you put it all together and you tweak everything. So it's sort of a slow process. And so all the animation and color is done, but it's just like collaging everything together, getting the timing right. And then after that, so I was hoping we would be done that by this week, but The guy who's compositing the rest of the shots also works a job, and he does compositing for other people.
Yeah.
So he kind of handles J2 when he has spare time. So I was talking with him this morning, but yeah, it's almost, it could be done this week. I just don't know how much. It all depends on how much time Brandon has. So, but once that's done, then we're going to do a final sound effects pass, and that should take about 3 days, and then we do a final sound mix of everything, and that should be take about 3 days. So theoretically, it could be done in a week and a half if Brandon just like hands in the shots like today. But there's no way to know for sure. So in the meantime, I've got my work in progress work print of the Jesus 2 thing that I've been submitting to festivals, and just hoping that some of them will accept work in progress, because I've got all these deadlines.
Yeah.
So the film festivals just go all throughout the year. So every month there's like 6 or 7 I could be applying to.
You'll be able to just really crank it up next month and just send out to.
Yeah, when it's done, I can just send to everybody all in one big batch. Not have to worry about this like rolling. Just being like, hey guys, this isn't finished, but this is how far we are with it. Hopefully you can still accept our film into your festival. So that's where that is. And and I talked to, I don't know if you know, have you ever heard of Spike and Mike's Animation Festival?
Oh, you said that was that they were Robert Kirkman bringing back.
Yeah, Robert Kirkman resurrected Spike and Mike's Animation Festival, and I was talking to one of their reps the other day about Jesus 2. So Spike and Mike is a festival that was known for extreme cartoons, like edgier cartoons and stuff like that, and they broke like Beavis and Butthead and that kind of thing in the 90s,
and they're gonna bust Jesus 2.
Exactly.
Hopefully they're gonna show Jesus 2. I'm gonna show them a final print of it when it's done. So at least I know one of the reps there now. We had a long talk, and he was a fan of Manly. He actually wanted to show Manly, which is a cartoon I made in 2015. But I was like, hey, but I have this new thing.
Double feature.
I was like, yeah, I'm like down if you want to show Manly and Jesus 2. That'd be cool.
That would be extra sick.
Yeah, maybe someone still wants to do something with Manly someday. But anyway, if you haven't seen Manly, check it out. It's on YouTube. Just Google Manly cartoon. But I don't own the rights to Manly, so that's all Frederator. So I can't really decide whether or not that goes into festivals or not.
Can you ask permission? Can you
Yeah, I still know people that work there, and they're all super friendly. They don't run it like a huge corporation over there. Sort of, you can just kind of be like, hey, blah blah blah. These people want to, But I just told them to reach out to those guys. So. We'll see. But that's the Jesus 2 on the Jesus 2 front. We're working on I think we're a couple days away from maybe having a Discord Rumble that's like Jesus 2 centric going on.
Yes.
We modded out Rumble so that it represents Jesus 2 characters with like specific death descriptions and stuff that are tied to the lore and that kind of thing. So we've been working on that for months. I think it's almost ready to go.
What is this? I'm not sure I've heard of.
So Rumble is just like a fun Discord game that you can play where you just like type a thing in to participate, and then it's like a randomizer that determines who lives or dies. And there's all these different death and stuff. And it's just like a fun way for people to compete with each other, sort of like duck race kind of thing.
Like all
more narrative driven.
Sign up and it tells you.
And it's like which face is just stabbed
Yeah, and there's
Okay.
resurrections and stuff. You can die and then come back and still be in it and things like that.
Damn,
And then there's also
Perfect
like
for Jesus too.
Yeah, they run those.
yeah. So we wrote a whole bunch of like boutique descriptions of stuff and then associated that with what characters you have in your collection.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
that's wild.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
Based on the phase 3 drop, so it's 10 of the Jesus 2 out of 30 of the characters, but we're going to have DLCs or whatever. We're eventually going to release all 30 into the Discord Rumble.
Wow.
And then I think we're going to make it available. We're going to try to make it available in other servers if people, depending on how much people like it, compared to the original Discord. If they want something that's like a little bit less, like a little more, whatever. If they're bored of Rumble and they want the Jesus 2 Rumble, they can, which we're calling Rooftop Fighting Championships, I think.
Rooftop Fighting
Y'all
Championship.
are like the biggest Discord pioneers. Tarot cards, Rumbles. I mean, Jesus 2 talking to him.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I don't know if you guys have good. I'm trying to figure out. I'm talking to one of our Discord members about how to have a sustainable Jesus 2 AI bot to talk to, because it was costing us a lot of money to do it. So
Oh really?
I'm not sure what we can do to keep the Jesus 2 bot alive in the Discord without it costing us like $40 a day, something like that.
Holy shit!
Jesus
Wow.
2 visiting hours.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Talk to it for an hour a day.
Between 6
Yeah.
Something better than that though. $40 a day. That's ridiculous.
There's other Discord bots out there. You guys were really early with that one.
Yeah, maybe it's
But
cheaper.
nowadays, I believe I was looking into one recently, and it didn't seem like it was prohibitively expensive.
Yeah, okay. It has to be not prohibitively expensive, but it also has to be
high
have like,
quality.
it has to be a little bit better quality, because we can just use the Mi 6 bot and it's like it's okay,
Mhm.
but it doesn't really fully like represent the Jesus 2 personality that we fed it beforehand, and it's not. It's like kind of neutered. It's not as like edgy, you know.
Oh yeah, true. I bet.
And what was fun about the first one was that he was like pretty snarky and
You bite ya.
yeah, he said some wild shit, and that was what was cool about it.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get that back up and running. That was cool.
You could probably
Yeah.
hire someone for $40 a day to
I know, just to be
be
that
Jesus.
guy.
In the...
That's so true.
I don't know. They
I
might
would
not
say
do it.
like a fair. What would be a fair rate? Probably like,
I mean, it wouldn't be all. You just be on call, wait for the notification, and then you just
yeah,
That'd be pretty bad.
that's true. If you could just be always like on call, like responding on your phone, for $40 a day, responding in character.
But you'd have to get paid more if it was a hot like, what
Surge
if
pricing.
there was a viral
search.
load of people going in?
Yeah, it would have to be like, I would say probably like $300 a day, probably,
Yeah.
to be on call
Well, it's
24/7.
good that we know these
Yeah.
rates for in case everything goes.
Yeah, reach out if you want to be our Jesus 2 bot.
Yeah.
For I could do $20 a day.
And if you prove you're really good at it, it's negotiable.
Might get a raise, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Unless our what do you call it? Royalties just started going off from JPEG Store, then we could just fund to the Jesus 2 bot.
That's
That
the
way.
dream, right?
we'll see if
Either way, there
Well,
must be a cheaper. Oh, actually, is it like AI built in to the responses? Or
Yeah, it was like we fed it all the lore and stuff, and it just like had this like bank of knowledge that it could work off, and then interpreted the way we described him as a character to it, to like how to respond that way.
Mhm.
Okay.
It was like super useful.
I do miss him. Like
Yeah.
I want to talk
He
to
was
him really
good.
bad right now.
He was
like,
real.
Yeah, he was a real one. For
Yeah,
sure.
I felt connected to him, and then he got deactivated.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we're trying to figure it out. I'm supposed to. There's someone in the chat who knows. I'm in the Discord who apparently has a lot of knowledge in that department. So I'm going to try to talk to them about it.
Yeah.
So all these like little slow little projects we're working on. And then there's also when Jesus 2 is done. Yeah, I've just got this like, feature film I'm trying to make.
I see that wall of yours over there.
Yeah. Let's see.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
That's the movie.
That's the Jesus.
That's
Smuggle
rad.
Brothers.
Smuggle Brothers.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
So
I've got people lined up to talk to about it, but I just have to finish the short film first and then put together a pitch deck, which is like put together mostly, but I want to be able to explain the story and everything like that really succinctly with clips from the short and all that kind of stuff to, really putting together like a slick presentation, which is what I'm doing with Hungry Ghost also.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's I want to just like have those two mirroring each other, like go moving in parallel, essentially.
That would be great.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So Hungry Ghost is coming right up, right?
Yeah, and mid-April is when I am going to present it finally to the heads of Cartoon Network.
He's hoping that was it sounds
It's
like
gonna
a
be a
really
really good
great
one.
show.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't if they don't want it, if Cartoon Network. So here's some insider information: is that Cartoon Network has sort of switched gears. Like for the past 2 years, they weren't making shows. They were just I think because they got acquired by Discovery and merged with Warner Brothers and all this kind of stuff, and they moved out of their iconic building, and then they merged with Warner Brothers building, which I haven't been to yet. But it seemed like Cartoon Network was more going to be a service studio kind of thing, not so much creating original programming. But then about a month ago, meanwhile, I was just working on this. We were going to pitch it to Hulu, Netflix, like that kind of thing, and not try to make it in-house. But
talking about Hungry Ghost.
Hungry Ghost, yeah. But then about a month ago, they changed the story. They were like, no, Cartoon Network wants to make stuff again. So,
and wouldn't that be hot if y'all were if you were one of the first,
Rad.
that would be
so I feel like that raised my chances by a very, very big margin of getting Hungry Ghost made, because this whole thing has been supported by Cartoon Network this whole time, like the past year and a half of working on it. It's all just been Cartoon Network believing in it. So I feel like that's better than going over to Netflix and be like, hey, here's a thing I made up over at Cartoon Network that you guys should.
They liked it.
Yeah,
they liked it. You guys should like it too, even though you probably have your own ideas about programming and all this kind of stuff, and what kind of shows you're looking for.
Yeah, definitely better to keep it with the same folks.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
we'll see. I feel like that raises my chance a bit, but you just never know with any of this stuff. So, so in about a month, a little less than a month, maybe, or something, I'm gonna get the final Gladiator, up or down about.
Oh yeah.
But if they don't want to do it, then we'll actually take it out to Netflix and Hulu and all those places.
Give it a shot. It's definitely got some potential.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think regardless, I think we're going to take it out to those places because the Cartoon Network, if they decide to make it, that's for making it and putting it on the actual like cable channel. And then they would have to get somebody to buy the streaming rights.
Oh,
right. Yeah.
So that would just be on,
So it could be on like Amazon, Hulu, Netflix, or HBO, or any of Paramount. I don't know.
Oh, so Cartoon Network could buy it and then get it on, and then it could go on to one of them. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it
Cartoon Network doesn't have a streaming platform.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
some of their stuff is on HBO, but it's not a guaranteed.
oh yeah,
It's sort of like they can kind of go anywhere they want as long as it's not. I forget who owns Nickelodeon, but as long as it probably wouldn't go on Disney and it wouldn't go on whatever streaming Nickelodeon stuff. Still in
all
competition.
right.
Yeah.
That's good news. I
Yeah.
thought we were gonna have to like get YouTube streaming to watch it or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it could go on YouTube. I have no idea. Or Twitter.
Yeah.
Or X or what? Because X is trying to get into streaming stuff, right?
True.
Oh wow, I'm not surprised.
See what they end up doing.
Maybe it ends up streaming on TikTok or something. I don't know.
The wild new world.
I mean, that's where everyone's looking anyway. It might be even better to stream on TikTok instead of anywhere else and just get the TikTok money, I guess.
True.
I don't know.
True.
Or Snapchat.
Snap it.
The baby will be born where it belongs.
Yeah, so I'll have more information by mid-April.
So would you so do you is Smuggle Brothers like when you're going and doing the pitches, is it like a lot? Are your prospects better when you have a short behind it to sort of to show? Like, does that help things?
I think so, because the short was actually meant to prove how much we could make for how much money.
Mm.
It was like almost like a proof, not just a proof of the idea concept, but a proof of like financial concept.
Mm-hmm.
So being like, okay, if you multiply this by however many to do an 80-minute feature film, that's how much this would cost, and this is the quality
cool.
we could achieve.
A little bit of a proof.
For that much, making like a micro budget feature film essentially. So we budgeted it out to anywhere between, like, we could pull it off for $3 million. We could really pull it off for $5 million.
Yeah.
But in terms of like animated feature films, like that budget, that's like the lowest you could possibly. That's not true, because I have a friend who made animated feature film for $500,000.
Damn.
And he's actually doing it again, but it's all cut out. It's like South Park style.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
So it's not animating on twos and stuff like that with like individual drawings for each pose and all that kind of stuff. It's more like puppetry kind of thing. But it's like his stuff is like if you took South Park but then made it like a really good art directing. You know?
Oh, that would be amazing.
Intriguing.
Yeah, you can check out his movie. He made a movie called Crypto Zoo, actually. Which is
How about that?
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Yeah, Crypto Zoo, not meaning cryptocurrency, but cryptozoology.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crypto Zoo by Dash Shaw. So I think he made that for $500,000. I'm pretty sure.
Oh wow, this is a cool art style too.
Yeah, but we budgeted ours out to be anywhere between $3 and, like, if we did it for $3 million, I would be eating ramen for 3 years, to make this thing. 5 million, I could actually like still keep living in my apartment.
Well, let's hope for that one.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We've got some people lined up to pitch to and stuff like that, and see if they're interested in investing in that kind of thing. But I really want to put together a tight pitch packet, like once the film is done. Yeah. So fingers crossed.
Is that the whole Smuggle Brothers story? Because I know you've had like this story for a while. That whole thing get summed up into the final movie, or is, I don't know if I'm asking that question correct.
Yeah, everything is the whole lore of the Smuggle Brothers Jesus 2 universe is in this film. It's all It's all contained there. Yeah, as much as I could fit. There's some minor characters that that might only make a brief cameo appearance and stuff like that. Like sometimes you don't want to explain everything. You want to just have these strange characters like populating the world, but maybe you don't know everything about them through the film. You'd have to like read up on all my research and notes and stuff like that.
That makes sense.
It's sort of like Dune, it's like there's characters in Dune like the Mentats and stuff that they never even talk about in the movie.
Oh god,
Yeah.
There's so much. Those movies are so much narrower than the books by
like the navigators and stuff. I don't know if they'll
the navigators. Come on.
Yeah.
I wanted to see them. I wanted to see their version of them because they're crazy looking.
I think Villeneuve like intentionally sidestepped some of the weirder stuff.
Yeah, like it wouldn't have been as palatable to.
Still got a lot of shots of a fetus like comprehending things.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was more definitely Dune 2 was more psychedelic than I thought it was going to be, but you can tell like he wanted to avoid some of the more far out stuff, and like nobody's ever going to go into God Emperor of Dune and stuff like that. Like it's showing the worm son and all that kind of stuff. Reigning over the universe for 1,000 years, and
I think it was 3,000.
3,000, yeah.
Maybe one
so
day.
there's a reason why I know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if Dune 3 is a huge hit, they'll be like, "You got to make another one."
Gotta keep going. It gets weirder
All right,
and weirder.
bring
Though.
it.
It's like you don't want me to make another one.
I'm really confused about what the next one's going to be like because they kind of finished it in a way with the second one.
I mean, they did the second book on the Sci-Fi Channel. What's the second book called?
Is it Children of Dune or is it
Children of Dune? Yeah. So they did the first half of Children of Dune on the Sci-Fi Channel, but I never saw it, so I don't know how well. I heard it wasn't good.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the more interesting things to watch all the different adaptations of. Because they're all it's such a wild
everybody's gonna have
thing.
a different.
It's gonna be they're all gonna be wild regardless.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I never read Children of Dune. I just read the first one, so I don't know.
Yeah, they go on and on and on and get weirder and
I
weirder.
do want to see if they do a third one. I want to see some navigators, man.
I hope that we see some navigators. There's gonna be a lot of space travel if they do a third one now, so
yeah,
we'll see some of them. They're like giant, several meter long worm people.
yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
At that point, everyone's going.
They're coming. They're coming to the movie.
Everyone's going. Like it's like,
exactly. Yeah, you might as well do it.
If you're only going to make one more, everyone's going to show up to watch it.
Exactly.
No so you can go
better first.
Yeah. Exactly. But that's my one criticism of the new Dune is that it's a little bit like sidesteppy.
Mm-hmm.
They just focus on certain things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this guy here.
Oh yeah, Forming.
Yeah. Now this is the first episode or the first comic here drawn
first page
in January 14th. Of 2009.
Were you a sweet summer child then?
What was it like?
Do you feel that now?
A sweet summer child?
Yeah.
Do you feel like, what a...
I
was so young. What did
yet.
I like? I didn't know anything.
You didn't know how things could be.
Yeah, at this point, I was like, please pay attention to me.
Sounds like a sweet summer child.
Notice me, senpai.
But it goes on and on and on
to the rest of the world.
I've been enjoying reading the comments under it too.
Oh yeah, there's some nice regular commentators.
J-Man.
Some crazy thoughts written in the comments at times.
Yeah, I actually so I had at one point it was just comments straight into the WordPress, and I started getting so many spam bots spamming it that it was ruining the comment section. So I had to switch to the Discuss comment bot or whatever that is, like add-on. And I lost like years and years of comments. And they're still in my WordPress.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're definitely You can definitely get
They're
those.
still there, but I can't get them to show up on the website. So I have the archive of everything, but it was like years of really, really dedicated commenting and like theorizing and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
This is all WordPress? Because I mean,
yeah, this is all WordPress. Yeah.
Tyler,
So my buddy,
I might be able to help you out with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I've been
Yeah,
doing a lot of
if you can.
WordPress.
That would be amazing to like put them back into the Discuss comments. That'd be sick. Because there's some wild. I mean, like over the years, just like some true acolytes. You know, people who really believed in the story and just had their own thoughts and like were giving me advice on things and whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like a record of like whatever, almost 15 years of my life or something.
No doubt. That's
Cool.
crazy. That's so wild. Congratulations. So you're coming up right on the end. How many are left?
There's 5 pages left. I'm working on it right now. And then I'm hoping to finish like by I don't know, sometime in April, I guess. Finish the book. Which is completely insane to me. It's like I really didn't think I could do it.
It's insane.
I thought I would. That's the thing about animation projects. Actually, pay money, and so I can make a living. I only live in LA because of animation. Mm-hmm. So otherwise, I would still probably be living in Philadelphia, where it's like half the cost.
Right. Mm-hmm. No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
So I became really dependent on living out here. I became super dependent on getting animation gigs. And sometimes these gigs are just life consuming. And so my comic stuff kind of fell by became a second priority, sometimes like third priority. So actually finishing this thing was super hard. But the first 2 books were like bam, bam. And then the third book just turned into slow motion for years. So I can relate to George R.R. Martin, I don't know what he's up to, but he's probably like writing TV shows and stuff and video games and all that kind of stuff that's getting in the way of him finishing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's true.
And then you got to worry about his health. Like, I don't know, he doesn't look like the healthiest guy in the world. So.
No.
Managed to finish that one.
I recently saw a picture of him like way younger, and I didn't recognize him at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw him at a Comic-Con once, I think, eating at a cafe.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. He had suspenders on.
If you like Jesus too, though, you will love Forming. Like, I can't believe I waited this long to start reading it, and it's just like exactly the kind of shit I want to read about. The exact themes I want to read about. Like,
nice.
Yeah. Let's see what this guy did.
Oh, here's a page from last week.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's all.
Michael.
I try to keep it on paper.
Yeah, I love that.
And then the only other thing I got going on is I'm still making these vinyl toys. I've gotten into this pretty deep into doing this. I just got a package from Wonder Goblin. He's the guy I work with.
He's the Archon guy, yeah.
Yeah, the Archons, which are if you know the Jesus 2 lore and the collection, there's a couple of these special Archon guys that are the behind-the-scenes rulers and shakers of the universe. So I've got all their torsos here.
Archon torsos.
And their arms.
Archon Legos.
And you gotta to put them together, I have this heat gun.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's like loosen it.
And I throw them in this cardboard box, and then I make them soft, and then put them together.
Wow.
The process.
You're a freaking tinkerer over there.
And then you got to spray paint them. But these baby blue ones, I hope we're going to release on Masters of the Universe Day, because we're painting these like Skeletor. Wow. So we're going to be Skeletor Archons.
Oh, that's awesome.
Special edition. if you're into that, I don't know. Apparently, toy people are super into Masters of the Universe. So is what Wonder Goblin told me. So
Yeah.
Gotta know your niche. Gotta know your people.
yeah, and then so we're doing those, and then I spent last weekend doing one of one versions, like each one different, like different paint jobs.
Oh, damn.
Those.
That's cool.
You better
Artist
share that to
Yeah,
announcements
that's a
in
cool
the
idea.
Discord.
Yeah.
Like that.
So I'm hitting him up this week to go over there and finish painting all the heads. Yeah, but that'll be 25 and 25. 25 Skeletors, 25 one of ones.
Wow.
Rad.
Of Archons. If you're into that stuff, some people are into vinyl toys. I've gotten really into them in the past couple of years, so yeah, that's a thing. It's a niche little community that's like pretty fun.
Can I ask you to explain a concept from forming to me?
Yeah.
What is Ein Sof, or if I'm saying it right, the absolute? Like what? How do you describe that?
Ein Sof comes from like the like mystical end of Kabbalah, like Jewish mysticism and stuff. And if you study any like sort of occult stuff, magic, you always end up reading about Kabbalah stuff. It's just like inherently, I think it was a thing that fascinated the occult revivalists in the like late 1800s, and who were, maybe they were like Catholic or whatever, but they heard about all this like Kabbalah mysticism stuff, and they and the way that they built the architecture of the universe and stuff, I think was like very, very like almost like today the way you would be interested in like Dungeons and Dragons stats and stuff like that. You'd just be like, you got to do the math. I got to do the math. That's what makes all this stuff like lock together and make sense and be interesting. And how do I optimize my character or whatever? And it's sort of like the same thing as like optimizing the universe and creating this like super detailed structure about it. So Ein Sof, when trying to understand, like in the same way that a scientist would try to understand the moment before creation, the moment before the Big Bang, and I think scientists don't even believe in the Big Bang anymore. I think that like that's a thing that's going out of style now, according to the science videos that pop up in my YouTube. Yeah, I think anyone that starts to think about like why are we here, like why would anything be here at all? You know, does there have to be a motivation behind why planets emerged and solar systems and stuff? Because usually when we think about anything, there's always like a reason or motivation behind anything we do. Like, I'm thirsty, therefore I take a drink of water, or I feel compassion for this lost dog, so I'm going to take it home, and whatever. There's always like a reason for every action.
But why?
Yeah. Like, why would I want to? I think about like, why do I make comics? And originally, I think it was like so people would like me, because I got a good response from when I would draw a Ninja Turtle when I was a kid. So there's always like a motivation, and so I think early mystics were trying to figure out what was the motivation of God. Why would God create anything at all? And so they imagined Ein Sof as the very, very beginning of like zero motivation, no reason to create, no reason, just existing, almost like Zen Buddhism. I think that's why they try to achieve that pure state of nothingness, is like that's the original state of the universe, was there was no agenda, and I think that's the concept of Ein Sof, is like zero agenda, just being and nothingness.
The complexity hadn't been layered on, and
no point of reference, not even any sort of self-awareness. It's like that's the concept behind it. I think that's my understanding anyway.
Interesting.
Well, that's what I'll need to know.
Yeah. So Yeah, I think, and then at some point, I think the desire to know oneself. That's when all the complications and divisions start to arise. You need to have a point of reference to be able to see yourself. You can't if you're absolute and nothing, you can't have any concept of yourself. You have to create a point of reference. So that's where duality comes into existence. Yeah, and then the Triforce after that. So, Zelda.
Zelda knew.
Yeah, Zelda knew they were tapped in. Nintendo was tapped into the like Kabbalah.
Nintendo's absolute.
Yeah. Well, the Trinity or whatever that creates a plane, like actual space. So
Right.
duality creates a line between 2 points, but doesn't create any sort of
Right.
spatial plane. So having 3 points creates a plane. And
Something.
yeah. So yeah, it's all like Spider-Man pointing at himself, the meme.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then that's where motivations arise and stuff like that. And the lower, they call it emanations, and in Kabbalah they call it emanations of like Ein Sof or whatever, or the highest crown. And the lower you go, the more like complex it gets, and the more like almost like the impurities of gold, like the impurities become more prevalent until you get these you get to the point where you have where Kabbalah mixes with like Gnosticism is like the lower gods or whatever, the archons and the demiurge are what ended up creating Earth in order to satisfy their own ego of being creators. And that's why the Old Testament, there's like people ask like, why is the God so jealous and stuff, and makes Job go through these trials to prove they like basically like torturing people and punishing them, and the Gnostics believed that was because of God was actually like this demiurge archon who just like wanted to show off like their powers and ability to create a world, and
it adds up in places, certainly.
Yeah. So when people say like, why do bad things happen in the world, it's because it's not the real God.
It's not the God you wish it was.
I mean that's us kind of like on the track of Jesus too, in a way, right? Like just someone with control, and just that's funny.
Yeah, the suffering in the universe is the result of lower God emanations of the true God.
Emanations.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So actually, I'm going to a Gnostic church service thing on Sunday.
Oh, cool.
I'm not sure how wild it's going to be. I'm curious to see like what they're going to, if they're going to talk
party?
about the archon. Yeah, do they party? I saw pictures and it looks like it's all really old people. So I'm curious.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, in this like janky occult church.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good experience.
Definitely.
Yeah. Me and my brother are gonna go check it out. It's
maybe y'all will have your next thing for two truths and a lie from that.
Oh yeah. I'm not doing any research on this film, but we're just gonna show up and see what happens.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we're.
I think we've learned a lot
we
today.
got through it. Yeah. Good long show. Thanks for sticking with us for the whole time. That was awesome, man.
Yeah. Hopefully that was not too weird for everybody.
No,
this was awesome. Honestly,
you're in the right place, buddy.
I was excited that we moved this to Friday, because it was going to be like a conversation like this, not just like straight NFT stuff like it usually is. Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
You graduated. You've been on the show enough times. It can be on its own special day.
That's right.
Yeah. How many has this been?
It's got to be 5.
4 to 5.
5.
Wow.
Look it
On
up.
SNL, if you appear, if you host 5 times, that there's something about that, right? The 5
Oh,
quad.
they like put your name somewhere or something.
We do
right?
have a leaderboard of people who have been on the show the most times. I
Yeah.
think that you're tied with Wolves of Rome
Okay.
at this point.
Maybe. Yeah, we
Um,
haven't been updating it. We're gonna
but
have to-
they've been slacking.
They-
So,
So,
yeah. Well, we'll look into what SNL does, and we'll try to.
We'll do.
We'll
better.
try to-
We'll
we'll
do
do
one of
better.
the
I think you have to give me a gold jacket.
Yeah, I think
It's in the
I,
mail.
I was already
Expect it.
thinking of a jacket. Like it certainly needs to be some kind of jacket.
We'll
Definitely.
give you
Yeah.
a gold NFT.
All right. So
It's just the gold
There's
star.
5 appearances. Congratulations.
just draw a shitty gold jacket and
Yeah.
mint it.
All right, cool. Well, I'll do our little sign off then. So for the CNFT news, I'm Scott Chestnut.
I'm Summer Horsegrave.
I'm with spaces.
I'm just J Moines on Instagram and Twitter.
Follow on
And
Insta.
we'll see you next time. Wink.